Hi there, and welcome to this blog post. I'm currently reading Dr. Stephen R. Covey's The Eighth Habit, From Effectiveness to Greatness, which is not a sequel to The Seven Habits, but where he builds on some of those principles. And in the book, he invites us as readers to share and teach what we learn as we go. So I decided to do just that, since that really is the purpose or primary purpose of this blog. So I'd like to summarize the first three chapters tonight. The first chapter is the pain. That's the first chapter. The second chapter is the problem. Third is the solution. The first chapter with the pain, that's really the idea that as organizations and as a workforce, we are not really tapping into our talents and abilities in fully engaging all that we could be. And you can read below here in the notes one of the ways that he summarizes that is in the following quote there. He gives some facts and figures, but he relates it to a soccer team. Here it says, if, say, a soccer team had these same scores, only 4 in 11 players on the field would know which goal is theirs, only 2 of the 11 would care, only 2 of the 11 would know what position they play and know exactly what they are supposed to do, and all but 2 players would in some way be competing against their own team members rather than their opponent. So to me, that just summarizes the pain. I think most of us have felt it at some point in our working careers. The second is the problem. Basically, the problem is that we've inherited infrastructure or systems, business systems and managerial tactics from the industrial age or era, where we tended to manage people as things, and we needed them as a kind of a cog in a system, whereas nowadays those old practices really don't fit well with our information age industries that we have currently. So the problem is we have an old paradigm, and he suggests that we need a new paradigm where we see people as a whole person. He talks about the whole person paradigm, where we see people with their multi-dimensions, and he talks about 4 dimensions: the heart, the mind, the spirit, and the body. And all 4 of those constitute the whole person paradigm. In chapter 3, the solution really is twofold: to find our own voice and to help and inspire others to find their voice. In my mind, voice is that which inspires us, that which compels us to move forward and offer, as he puts it, volunteer our greatest talents and efforts to a cause that we feel worthy of supporting. And that is what I assume the rest of the book is about, so I will report the other chapters there throughout the coming weeks. Thank you, and hopefully this has been helpful. It has for me.